Considering the last international monetary policy decisions, what do you expect over the next months from Asian, and in particular China equity markets?
Well, tapering is not going to happen anytime soon. The appointment of Janet Yellen at the Fed means that you can expect another period of loose monetary policy. I mean, right now the Fed is injecting $85 billion into the system every month. We don't expect this to disappear anytime soon, probably second half of next year, 2014 at the earliest. And the latest numbers coming from the US, especially regarding the property sales, are not looking good. I mean, they were down 5.6% in October, month on month, and year to date they're actually down. So all of that, plus the personality of Janet Yellen, means that you should not expect tapering to happen anytime soon.
Which Asian countries, in your opinion, could have a low tapering impact?
Well, the first obvious candidate, I guess, is the one that did not benefit too much from the injection of liquidity in the first place, and that's Malaysia, because Malaysia is some kind of a country that is, I wouldn't say forgotten, but it's a small country. It's a very stable economy, actually, which is doing the right things from a fiscal point of view. So Malaysia is definitely some kind of a country that will probably not suffer from the tapering effect. Now, long term, of course, tapering means withdrawal of liquidity, so you can expect liquidity to come out from the deepest markets, and of course China is one of them. But on the other hand, keep in mind that if there is tapering, that's because the US economy is doing better, and of course the world economy as a result is also doing better. So that should be good for the exporting countries, especially those of North Asia. So I guess that Korea, Taiwan, and China to a lower extent will benefit simply because of the impact on exports of a better US economy.
Where do you see the best opportunity in China? Which are the sectors that you prefer and why?
Well, the best opportunities in China are in the private sector. Today, the private sector is the driving force behind the growth of the economy, which is something, by the way, that is not at all reflected by all these indices that are all completely dominated by state-owned enterprises. So private sector, definitely. And within the private sector, of course, some industries, some sectors are doing better than others. The ones that we particularly like these days is the shipping sector, the shipping industry. I mean, I'm not talking about building ships, I'm talking about operating ships, shipping lines. This is a sector that is recovering very fast, simply because there's been no new capacity added over the past 5 years. So we are facing like a squeeze of a supply and demand situation, which is beneficial to these shipping lines. The other industry we like is the smartphone business. That's a booming business in China. It's not really related to Samsung, iPhones, and the brand names that you know, but it's more the local brand names that are benefiting from this revolution that is taking place in China. So it's not only the smartphone makers, but it's also the entire supply chain of components that gets into these smartphones.